Over 2,000 artists from every corner of the UK and Ireland applied to compete in this series of Portrait Artist of the Year, but just 63 were selected to take part.
Here we are again, and we've got a phenomenal group of artists. The calibre just gets better and better.
Over 9 weeks, we challenged them to produce portraits of some very famous faces.
Now, I cannot think of a person less likely to sit still for 4 hours.
It's going to be a problem.
I'm bound to nod off, so do come and prod me with your brushes.
Nick, so shall we turn the easels round now?
I feel scared. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. They're incredible. They're amazing.
Oh, my God, I love!
It's kind of like looking in a weird mirror.
Oh, my days. Oh, my days. Oh, my God, this is so sick. It's definitely me. I'm buff from all angles.
I'm actually going to cry.
That is brilliant.
That's what you look like.
Now, shut up.
At stake was a £10,000 commission to paint actor and broadcaster Sir Lenny Henry for the National Portrait Gallery in London. Standing between our artists and the life-changing prize were the judges. Award-winning artist Tyshan Scherenberg, art historian Kate Bryan, and independent curator Kathleen Soriano.
There's still quite a way to go with the face.
It's a key moment. It doesn't have to be the entire portrait.
Who says?
That's what I'm saying.
As always, there were nerves.
Jeez, my heart is racing.
My pencil, I've lost it. And it's the pencil I need for drawing my picture.
Healthy competition.
I'm like a secret competitive person. I try and like glaze over it, but actually I'm like cutthroat, you know.
And an unforgiving clock.
I don't want to panic you, but you haven't got much time left.
Thanks, and you've taken up my last precious minutes.
I have. That's my job. Happy to help.
The time limit is really stressing me out. 4 hours is not a long time.
In this special episode, we're looking back at the highlights of this series. So put down your paintbrushes and relax. It's the best of Portrait Artist of the Year.
You don't have to pretend to keep going. You just stop.
Slam down the palette.
Go, oh, finished already.
Just walk out.
Yeah. Beat that, suckers.
Until the heats, our judges only see digital copies of the artist's submissions. And it's always fascinating when they come face to face with the real thing.
I feel you have to go very close to see that it's collage, and once you do, you realise how clever it is.
There's a painterliness to it which obscures the fact that it actually is cut out paper.
It will be interesting to see how she fares today.
Well, this has triggered my paranoia. I immediately think of 1984, novels like that. You are being watched.
It really draws you in, and I wonder, actually, as we look at each other and talk to each other, we do block everything out, and it does become only the head. And I think, in a funny way, heads that are painted monumentally actually evoke that psychological one-on-one we have when we talk to people. I think it's fabulous.
Yeah,
I'd have that on the wall. It wouldn't freak me out.
Yes, if that was hanging in my living room, I'd move.
Now, here we have a very agonised expression.
It feels saintly in the agony sense.
But it could just be saying, this hat doesn't suit me.
I think it's a very clever piece of art making, and it uses juxtapositions very well.
Next, heavy with symbolism. Brooding skies, the empty packet with Chinese writing on it, the number on the top.
And a very quizzical look. I can't work out what the artist is trying to say with the look.
It's almost like, what are you going to do?
Yes, it is a bit like
What's going on?
She's got this incredible sense of perspective with the knees raised.
And there's a roughness to the way that the paint goes down, but because the drawing is so kind of alive, the whole thing hangs together so well.
Now, I hope this artist didn't spend as long in the water as she evidently did painting that.
Yeah, it's interesting seeing photorealism here because there's so many different strands to it now. And I've rarely seen it done like this, where there's barely any pigment on the surface of the canvas.
Are they going to put our sitter in a bucket of water?
I did see someone wheeling a bath in.
Now, a great spread of fabulous trousers.
It's a great contemporary image. I mean, we all recognise it. It's the tube. There's a lot of dedication to conjure this image, just the amount of detail that's in it.
I have a sense that she's falling off the seat here.
It's jolly. No one's sitting up straight here.
Now, this says more about me than the painter, I'm sure, but he's come back from the pub on a summer's night and collapsed in his front garden.
It sometimes really surprises me what artists can do with paint. I'm looking at that shirt, and it's just a few little brush marks, but actually somehow I understand that shirt.
I have a lot of questions about this one. Who's stolen his socks? This tube on the carpet spilling paint? And is that teddy being held hostage?
Not only is it 3 self-portraits, but we've also got 2 full lengths. There's a lovely range of treatment between light and shade.
And then it gives us a bit of jeopardy in the squeezed paint. I don't know how they're going to get that out of the carpet. It's hard to read a face that is on its side, so we're having to turn our heads around.
There's this playful quality, but then also the way that she's looking at you, it's not really messing around.
Well, this obviously relates to the pandemic.
The way that it's painted is so sort of scrubby and slight that you can't help but love it.
It's a very beautiful mask. It looks like it's made of silver.
So now you've got to go out there and meet the artist and see if you recognise them. Won't be wearing a mask. She won't be in a box. Good luck.
Of course, our artists have no idea who they're going to be asked to portray, so we have great fun revealing the secrets.
Well... Your sitter's going... I'm going to stop because it's embarrassing, and the real thing is here. It's the legendary Lulu!
It's Phil Manzanera.
Suggs!
Dame Stella Rimington.
Big Zoo! It's Yolanda Brown! Jim Carter!
Benjamin Zephaniah.
Eve Muirhead! Khadija Miller! It's Henning Vane!
Makita Oliver.
Alexis French. Ellie Simmons.
It's Nick Grimshaw.
Hi, guys. Lamar. Elizabeth Day.
Helen Sharman.
Bruno Tognoli.
Candice Carty-Williams.
Please welcome Alex Brooker.
Hello.
Hello.
Good to see you. Is this my seat?
This is your home? Is your house lined with portraits of yourself?
It's not, but I love the idea of having a big one up in my house.
Are you looking for anything in particular, something flattering? Or...
Try and make me look less chubby, if you can. Dead hench.
So as you are, then, basically.
Winner already.
Artists, let's hope all those hours of practicing will pay off. You have 4 hours to complete your portraits. Your time starts now.
That's lovely.
So the photograph is only part of it.
Yes.
You are here.
Yes. Yes.
So it's going to be working between the two.
Yes.
Lovely. What's your favourite bit about your face?
I'm not particularly vain about my face.
I mean, you know that you've got gorgeous ears.
Gorgeous ears, I know I've got big ears.
Perfect, thank you.
Boom.
Beginning a new portrait can take many forms, and once again, this year's cohort of artists brought their own originality to the process.
I'm just making a little colour study before starting on a big canvas to know which colours to use. I spent a little bit of time planning things and just staying in the zone and just relaxing and ignoring everybody else.
Tommy, I'm loving seeing 2 Polaroids here instead of a piece of technology.
There's just something so interesting that happens with the colour It's not really in anyone's control, and with these, I sort of like trying to distress them as they're being printed.
Oh, so while we're all pristinely shaking them, trying not to touch them, you're actually getting involved.
You sort of get these weird sort of
Yes,
artifacts.
I was wondering what that was. OK.
Today, I will be aiming to do a photorealistic style portrait. This first stage is important because this is like the foundation of my work. I basically just trace out the outline to save me time, and then all of the work goes with the painting itself.
Lanceford, sorry, you're right in the really important bit of measuring out. And I see there's a page with really complicated arithmetic on it. Is this how you approach a portrait?
Yeah, that works for me. It's all about the geometry around the mask. So if you get your geometry down, then your portrait will come into form quicker and more accurately. Should have something really interesting that I hope Jim likes and I hope that I like at the end of it.
It's an intriguing start.
Samantha, you're starting with the eye. Is that what you always do?
Not necessarily, no. I start from the bottom left-hand corner of the artwork and work the way up. A lot of people have called me, like, the human printer. But with this one, the most important part is to get the eyes done right.
Now, this is black and white. Your
Yes.
submission is black and white.
Yes.
There is loads of colour here.
Yes.
There's loads of colour here.
Yes.
So what's going on?
Black and white, it's the simplicity of it all. I find it's very powerful. I have done coloured pencil drawings before, but there's something that keeps pulling me back to black and white.
I think it's called talent.
With first marks made, any nerves and shyness melt away, and our artists and sitters enjoy getting to know each other.
Do you do any drawing yourself?
I don't. When I was 60, I thought I'm going to try and do 60 things that I've never done before. So I signed up for a painting class. And like everyone who's looked at any abstract art, I thought, surely anyone can do that. Let's give it a go. And I couldn't enjoy it because I wanted to be good straight away, which is, I just kept getting crossed by my ineptitude. So, I mean, I'm fascinated to see what you all come up with. How long would you take to paint a portrait?
Usually pretty speedy, so I usually work to about 20 minutes, to be honest, or
20 minutes?
5 to 10.
What are you going to do with the rest of the time?
I'm very interested to see how people see me.
How do you see yourself?
I saw myself as someone whose only asset was to talk.
Oh, really?
I've only really learnt who I am in the quiet recently. And I do feel it reflected out of me, so I just wonder if it's reflected back, like...
Yeah. That's
my
really...
Pisces moon side, Alex.
Christina, are you painting now? Or...
Now I'm using colored pencils. The nice thing with colored pencils is that you can layer them up a little bit like oils, but obviously, because of the nature of the colored pencil, you always have the white of the paper that illuminates the drawing, letting the paper also speak.
That is fascinating for me. I've got no idea what it's going to look like, but I'm looking forward to it.
It'd be a surprise.
Yeah.
And occasionally, our sitters can offer some advice, which the artists may find uplifting.
How old are you now?
19.
19?
Yeah.
Mate, relish it. Before you know it, all your good years are behind you. Just relish every second of this.
One of the perpetual highlights of the series is seeing the wide array of materials and techniques our artists use to create their portraits.
Are you drawing there, Harriet?
Yeah, I'm going to just put some shapes in. And I've got loads of colours. So that is ink
Yeah.
that I've kind of splashed onto the paper. And I'm going to cut them up and make a collage with them. I'm just trying to draw you at the moment.
So you're kind of like tripling the process almost, aren't you? Because in order to put paint on, you've got to prepare it in advance.
The ink bit is quite quick if I get it right. I'm not sure about them at the moment.
Right.
It's not a good thing to do if you're indecisive, which I am.
So, Morag, you start from the bottom. So now you've arrived at Elizabeth's head.
I'm not sure why I didn't do it first. To be honest, I kind of knew that her head was going to fit in there.
Is that because you did these preliminary studies?
Yeah, I had a few sketches to map her out a bit. I was maybe going to use the pastels if I used the canvas.
Oh, I see, okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out which one would be better. I decided to use the paint on paper in the end.
Well, so contrary. You were going to use the pastel if it was on canvas.
Yeah.
And the oil paint if it was on paper. You mean totally the... I like that. That's what makes you great. So please, carry on. I can't wait to see their head appear.
Elizabeth, you have chosen to stitch Bruno up, almost literally. Tell me your process.
Well, I've drawn a sketch so I can get the proportions while he's keeping still. And now I'm stitching in with black thread, and I will repeat that with different thicknesses of thread.
So the thickness of the thread will determine the outline?
Absolutely.
Your submission, you had embroidered the eye in great detail.
So my self-portrait is a lino print onto some linen fabric, and I then embroidered into it. Today, unfortunately, I can't do the same because each component of those would take more than 4 hours. So today, my plan is to do a splash of colour, because how can I not put colour in? How can I not?
Will you splash the paint on the calico?
Yes, I will. Try and get as much pigment as I can for it to hold.
Wonderful. Go for it.
So today I'm doing a dry point print. So it's etching into plastic and then printing from that to create an image. I do like the fact that once you've obviously made a mark, you can't take it back. You either have to continue or you have to abandon. But luckily, I'm the only one who knows what it should look like.
Steve, are you having trouble deciding which way Elizabeth should look? Because you've got to sketch her, she's looking that way.
Yeah, and then this one, she's looking this way.
What's happening?
It has to be a mirror image. And I foolishly got a bit too excited, forgot to flip it.
You forgot to flip it?
Exactly.
And were you pleased to see Elizabeth call
No,
back
I was
to
hoping for a wrinkly old man, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of people do.
To get the smooth areas of a pretty lady is a lot harder. Because the more information you put in, the more wrinkly they're going to look.
Right, well, I will let you get on with the Elizabeth Day that's looking to the left.
Let's hope this one works.
Let's hope so.
This series, we asked our sitters to bring along an object that meant something to them, giving our artists the option of adding an extra element to their portrait and giving Joan and me a chance to be nosy.
Well, Helen, tell me about this object here.
So this is a replica jacket, really, but it's got my mission patch on it particularly. So this is the Juno mission that I flew on. This, to me, means the physical embodiment of my space flight because, you know, the actual spacecraft, well, most of it burnt up in the atmosphere.
Were you ever frightened?
Not really. We were trained to do it, so it wasn't a big deal. But it was just something that I'd looked forward to doing, I suppose, for so long.
Can I just say, it was a big deal. It was, Helen, a big deal.
So, Stinky, has he had his portrait painted before?
No, he hasn't,
Right.
surprisingly.
You have another dog as well?
Yeah, I have Pig.
So I'm just imagining you now walking through a park shouting, Pig!
Yeah.
Stinky! Because my boy is 6, wants a dog, and he wants to call it Mr. Sparkle. And I'm not sure I
I
could
would
walk
love
through
to
the
see
park
you.
shouting, Mr. Sparkle!
Yeah, I turn round, yes!
So, Yolanda, tell me about the object you brought with you.
Well, the tenor saxophone was my first instrument. At 13, I picked up the saxophone and just sort of set my relationship with music from there.
Give it a blow.
Oh, what can we do?
How wonderful.
I usually stand, but...
Oh, wonderful.
There's acoustics in here, isn't it? Oh, no!
Henning, we need to talk about this book of maps. Nod once if you can hear me. You planning a trip?
Well, as my line of work, you're always traveling, so maybe I can find your shortcut.
How long is this particular tour?
I usually am on the road for 2 years.
2 years? You must have toured to every town in the country.
I have been everywhere. Recently, I cycled from a gig in London to Lincoln.
That's a long cycle. I hope you weren't wearing that hat.
No, I was wearing a proper bike helmet.
Right. Well, I could talk all day. Thank you.
Is he still there?
No, I've gone.
What is your special object?
Well, my special object, I brought this cricket bat, which is a Wilfred Rhodes cricket bat. And cricket's a great sport for keeping its history alive. It's a storyteller's game. And you and I could sit and watch a cricket match and natter away and then, watch a bit of play and then get back to our storytelling, or in your case, gin and tonic, Joan, you know, and enjoy the day together.
Well, it's a wonderful game and a beautiful object.
Good.
Sadly, one sitter deliberately chose an object designed to upset a self-respecting Spurs fan, like me.
Alex, you know, much against my, will, we're going to have to talk about this object. So this is a cannon.
I suppose I kind of supporting Arsenal is one of the biggest things that I've done in my life, really.
And is this thing, does it have to be in there, or is it going to...
Well, do you know what? I mean, I'd like
It'll devalue the portrait.
I don't need to see that to recognise all of those times of trophies that we've won. We went a season unbeaten on my 20th birthday.
Is that the time?
And it was just... It was glorious.
Got to go.
Yeah, it was lovely.
I really need to work on the face now, but keeping it fresh. I don't want to lose what I've got already. I'm a little terrified of how the next 2 hours are going to go.
And do you always paint this quick? Yes, because otherwise you'd spend too much time faffing around trying to get it right, and we've only got 4 hours.
Yeah, we don't have a faffing window, unfortunately, on this programme.
Yeah. It's too late, baby. It's going to be fine. Just won't be finished, I don't suppose. Or maybe someone will come and paint it for me while I'm in the loo.
Pretty much as predicted. Panicking, relaxing. So at the moment, currently in the relaxing stage, on the verge of another panic, it's all good.
On this series of Portrait Artist of the Year, 63 artists competed to paint Sir Lenny Henry for the National Portrait Gallery. With the stakes so high, our sitters were always ready to lend support.
OK, team, how's it going?
It's OK. I think I'm in time to finish it.
Olivia?
I want you to be happy with it. That's the main thing.
Well, that's very kind of you. Tommy?
I think it's OK.
OK?
I think it's going in the right direction.
I know when I'm creating music on something, it's a series of choices that creates your style. Good luck.
Thank you very much.
How's it going?
I'm feeling fine, yeah.
You can do it.
Plan for the next hour is make sure I've got the likeness, see if we can add a bit of personality in there.
As long as I've got big hair.
Sarah, is it all going your way?
I've completed the eyes, roughly, and the nose, and I'm on the mouth at the moment, because I think the most important features of the face, and if I can get those right, then hopefully everything else will fall into place.
I'm getting the impression that you're at peace with what you're doing.
I'm feeling a little calmer, but for the rest of the competition, it would be great if time just kind of stopped for a while.
Jeannie, how you feeling?
I'd love some more time, but I'm not unhappy.
Thompson, how you getting on?
You're gonna be happy, bro, that's what I'm saying.
What about Lucy?
I'm painting with red now, doing the jacket, and then I'm on to the green. Not doing any more talking. I need to be slapping some paint on.
Many artists struggle when asked to work against the clock, but they didn't let the lack of time limit their ambition.
So, Darren, you're our full-length man. Do you always do the full length?
I try to. I think it gives a bit more of the person.
So that means you've got much smaller head. So does it make it harder? Because you've got to really get in there.
I suppose it does make it harder to to make sure there is a likeness.
Yeah. You're obviously an artist who paints what's in front of him with your self-portrait. There's that lovely staircase to one side where the light's coming up.
I hope we'll see some similarities. I always try and use what's in front of me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that
I can see you've already picked up on that beautiful curve of the plinth base and then these wonderful sort of diamonds behind. And pretty much perfect sitter in the middle.
Binny, that's an ambitious size.
I thought it was a bit bonkers to do that, wasn't it? Suddenly I just saw this blue, and I just thought, oh, there really is a painting there, which is about the colour and about the subject, you know, so I couldn't resist doing it. I thought if I don't finish it, so what?
Alex, are you going to include the skipping rope?
Yeah, really do want to get that in as a swooping line, kind of in the background. I guess nobody looking at it will necessarily know, oh, that's the skipping rope per se, but
you'll know.
I'll
Alex.
know.
You'll know.
So I just want to get this in.
I have to say, Ruby, you look so at home. You're sitting here so comfortably relaxed. You've made 2. Have you made 3?
I made 3. Well,
Wow.
just, these are the sketches before.
Okay.
My plan is to do multiple sketches and move around as much as I can and try and capture the sitter from lots of different angles so I can get a better likeness.
Seeing all 3 of them makes me realise that we are very different from each side of our face, aren't we, really?
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're so used to two-dimensional images now. It's interesting the difference, I think, between drawing something from a photograph and then drawing it from life.
Well, all 3 of them are stunning.
Well, I'll have to choose one.
Patrick, I'm run over here because someone came dashing over to me and saying, Patrick's rubbing things out.
Kind of not rubbing stuff out. I'm kind of adding shadows and charcoal, but at the moment it looks like I've destroyed it. But I haven't.
You haven't had a fit and just gone,
No.
"Ah."
No.
So why do it?
Because it sort of coheses for paint and for drawing together, and it's about trying to recognise which things work and what doesn't.
Is there a element of high risk in this manoeuvre?
Yeah, always a bit of danger, but, you know, you've got to be brave. And
Danger is your middle
yeah,
name?
well, it's Michael, but yeah.
OK.
Almost.
Karen, it's extraordinary to watch you work because you take these things that I recognise, paintbrushes, and then you put it on there and it's suddenly something of Helen. And you seem to be able to do it quickly.
Yeah.
Surely you are not endeavouring to also paint the jacket.
I'm going for the jacket.
Wow, it's like you're trying to do some sort of personal best. It's like we're at the painting Olympics.
Towards the end of the challenge, most artists concentrate on refining their portraits, but others find themselves in need of guidance from some familiar faces.
So, Harriet, panic stations.
Yeah, I was in a real state. I wasn't able to make decisions, so I did his face 4 times.
And is it doing what you want it to do?
Yes, beginning to.
So can I ask, why haven't you stuck it down?
Because I'm still moving bits around.
But we're getting to that stage in the competition where you need to put it down.
Yeah, you're right.
Why don't you just get his head down?
Yeah, but if I'm going to stick his head down, I've got to get the other bits behind it, because I've got to do that swirl as well.
You haven't got long to go, Neil.
No.
Are you anxious?
I just need to get these boots done and then the background in there.
But you're not going to put colour here, are you?
What, in the background?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You've got half an hour.
Nearly, we're loving the composition, but we're wanting to see more in the face actually emerge.
I'm hoping that bringing highlights on that frame of glasses, these final touches will make the face.
Really? You think the glasses will pull it all together? Is that what you're hoping? OK.
What's still to be done?
I'm not sure what it is on his shirt, but it looks like a squid. So I'm
Right.
trying to paint the squid.
OK. Well, once you get the squid, I think the rest falls into place, doesn't it?
The squid is the most important.
Squid is the window to the soul.
Yeah.
I really wanted to get that silk in, but I've just taken a few of the butterflies off of her shirt, and I'm putting them in the background. And I'll do them the quickest that I've ever painted butterflies in my life.
I'm just doing a little bit of this beautiful ballerina puppet. Just wanted to make sure that she was in there a little bit. It's hard. I feel like I'm not done, but I'm going to have to be done.
I have a lot left to do. You know, legs, hands, hand, head, saxophone, pretty much the whole painting.
In this series of Portrait Artist of the Year, 63 artists put their skills to the test. And as the end of the competition approaches, some feel the pressure.
I'd love another day, but wouldn't we all? The likeness is close, but always in danger of losing. I'll be relieved very soon.
I'm curious, what's your plan?
My plan is to panic in about 10 minutes.
Oh, good, OK. Well, planned panic is probably better than unplanned panic.
I need to make this quick. I'm not yet done with the clothes.
Artists, you have 5 minutes left. That's why I get the big bucks.
So much to do, not enough time.
Artists, your time is up.
Put down your equipment and stand away from your easels.
Very good.
Yes! I'm free!
After posing for 4 hours, the sitters get to choose their favourite to take home with them.
Artists, turn round your easels.
Oh my goodness me. Just amazing.
Oh my God. Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness, look at I had no idea what was going on behind that.
Wow. How did you do this in 4 hours? Really, really beautiful. Thank you.
Oh my God, Jeremy. Actually, really emotional. Wow. Thank you so much, each and every one of you.
Oh my God. You lot did a very sick job. Thank you very much.
Wow. It's me, and it's me. How do they do that? That's magic.
Artists, can I ask you please to turn your easels?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. They're incredible. Don't mean to sound surprised, but they're absolutely incredible. I love it. It's so good. I look proper, like, mature.
Very elegant and urbane,
really,
aren't you?
Really kind of, yeah. Thank you so much.
Thanks, Victoria.
I was fascinated, Michael, when you asked me to pose with my chin resting on my hand. No one's ever asked me to pose like that.
You look quite tough in this one.
Yeah, I do. I look absolutely hard as nails.
Yeah.
I look like a bouncer. Mate, it's incredible.
Thank you.
Right. You can only take one away with you.
Oh, man, this is such a difficult decision. I mean, this is like choosing, like, which of my kids is my favourite.
OK, well, we do that afterwards.
Oh, man. I think...
Well done, Michael.
Oh, well done, Michael.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
They're all so different. Wow, that's incredible. I felt a bit guilty bringing a guitar and a multicolored shirt, but you have caught it.
Thank you.
I can see, you know, I'm at the Uffizi in Florence, and all your training, it's got something Florentine. Wow, I mean, it's amazing. It's incredible. If I look in a mirror, I don't see that, but it's sort of digging into my soul. It's quite humbling.
Right, Phil, this is the moment of decision.
Right. Thank you so much for doing a picture of me. I'll just take them all with me. Oh, not allowed to do that. Well, I'm gonna say Christina. I don't know why, but it's sort of got an emotional response from me.
Well, thank you so much.
Why have they all drawn a silly hat on me?
I don't know what came over them.
So 4 hours ago, you had nothing, and now there is 3 actual paintings. Tell you what, you all should take up painting. That is superb work. I'm looking like a jockey reading the racing post. Yeah, it looks like I had lots and lots of plastic surgery, isn't it?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, phenomenal. It's fantastic, yeah. The different colours here, astonishing.
Made you younger. You're welcome.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Fantastic. Brilliant. I love the eyes. That is brilliant.
That's what you look like.
Now, shut up.
It's exactly the reaction I was after.
I love it.
Thank you, Jude. Right, Henning.
They're all phenomenal, but I told you earlier, mustn't look nothing like the person in question, so I mean, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? So, absolutely perfect work. Thanks so much.
The hardest job for the judges is to watch highly talented artists give their all and then have to choose just one from each show to go through to the semi-final.
The judges have made their choice. That artist is... Tim Tozer.
Oh!
Morag Keister. Binny Matthews. Jude Wainwright. Karen Galea. Owen Lennox. Noah Rush.
Oh my God, it's amazing. I was not expecting it at all. God, my heart is racing.
But this year, as we welcomed our artists to the semi-final, we discovered that the judges had done something unexpected.
Wow, this is lovely. We've got a bit of a curveball. We've invited an artist back. The standard was so high this year, and we just kept thinking, maybe someone's got away from us, and it's Nina Rominska.
It's just great to be given another chance. It's going to be a challenge, but I'll just take whatever the universe will give me.
Artists, the spotlight may be on Rebecca, but it's the semi-final, so it's your chance to shine. You have 4 hours to complete your portraits. Good luck, everyone. Your time starts now.
Of the 8 artists painting in the semi-final, just 3 can go through to the final.
The first artist that they have chosen is... Morag Keister.
The second artist is Binny Matthews.
The third finalist is... Nina Rominska.
As 3 girls, female power, I think it's going to be a very level playing field. So what can I do? Just get my paints ready.
For their last challenge of the competition, the finalists were asked to make portraits of someone whose face has become familiar to us all. The former Deputy Chief Medical Officer, Professor Sir Jonathan Van Tam.
Jonathan is just like the dream setter. I think he's got a really sharp mind, and I can tell already he's like ready to come and just be a good sitter for us.
To show the judges what they can achieve when given more time, the finalists were also tasked with painting someone they know. This series, The Commissions, made the judges' decision tougher than ever.
Oh.
That's amazing. They've
Wow.
definitely delivered.
These are all incredible.
They really haven't disappointed us, have they?
Yeah, absolutely sensational. So great. Well, I mean, what do we do?
Any favourites?
But a decision had to be made, and Joan and I were as anxious as everyone else to find out what it would be.
Congratulations on picking 3 fine artists. What a great collection of portraits. Nina creates a world that I would like to live in. It's a very beautiful world, isn't it?
It is, but there's always a flavour of melancholia. And
that's what I like.
Yes, it's something that Nina plugs into. And I'm always interested in portrait artists. What comes from them, what comes from the sitter, how much is being projected?
Let's move from Nina to Binny's contribution.
I think that Jonathan is great. It's a proper celebration of all of his achievements. I think she really managed to capture him powerfully, but with an element of expression.
And I think what Binny's so brilliant at is painting just enough. And we really get to see her do that when we see her commission, where she's had more time to do less.
So Morag's given us a very physically imposing Jonathan, and the submission, the way she's placed that figure.
Yeah. You feel that weight of the emptiness underneath. There's nothing on the paper, but you feel it.
Yeah.
And we often talk about wanting to see something that's new, that's refreshing, and she is doing that.
You have 3 really fantastic artists here, and you have to pick one. So we will leave you to make a decision.
It will be a hard one to make. Binny, Nina, Morag, you are all exceptional artists, and you've been exemplary finalists.
But there can be only one winner, and the judges have made their choice. The winner of Portrait Artist of the Year is Morag Caister. Get in there.
It just has to be Morag. This is what portrait can be. It can really be fascinating and exciting and thrilling artwork.
It's wonderful work. So good.
You do a great job.
Thank you so much.
Morag's fresh and she's new and she's giving us something that we haven't seen before. And given the commission is going into the National Portrait Gallery, I mean, what more could we ask for?
She's brilliant.
I really can't believe what just happened. To actually win it is just really, oh my God. I can't really fathom what's going on. I've got the most supportive family and friends around me. There's nothing like having people who love you and support you and are happy for you when you're successful.